Well, hi, hello, my dear students. Welcome to my video lecture class. Right up to now, I uploaded video lectures on the chapter System of Particles and Rotation. In this chapter, I already uploaded three video lectures. In these three video lectures, I discussed center of mass, center of gravity, system of n particles in one dimension, how to calculate center of mass I discussed, center of mass of system of n particles in two dimension, center of mass of system of n particles in three dimension. These are all I discussed in last lecture. Please watch that previous lecture for better understanding. Today I am going to start my session with a very important topic, that is moment of inertia. Moment of inertia. So moment of inertia. How to define the moment of inertia and how to denote moment of inertia and what are the units of moment of inertia and what is the dimension formula of moment of inertia, that I will discuss in this lecture. Right? If a body at rest, it can't able to rotate, it can't able to start rotate by itself, and it can't able to stop rotating by itself. This is called inertia in rotational motion. This inertia of rotational motion, this inertia of rotational motion is measured by using moment of inertia. Is measured is called moment of inertia. This is a formula of moment of inertia. So it is it is indicated with I. It is indicated with I, and moment of inertia is depends upon factors. Moment of inertia depends upon factors. First one, mass of the body, size and shape of the body, third one, axis of rotation. For metallic body, moment of inertia depends upon temperature. Depends upon temperature. For rigid body, moment of inertia for a rigid body, okay, moment of inertia depends upon moment of inertia does not depends upon angular velocity. Right. For rigid body, moment of inertia does not depends upon angular velocity. So this is about moment of inertia, and these are the factors affecting on moment of inertia. Next we will discuss formula of moment of inertia and units of moment of inertia and dimensional formula of moment of inertia. Moment of inertia I is equal to mr square. I is equal to mr square. R is equal to distance from particle to axis of rotation. Distance from particle to axis of rotation, m is equal to mass of the body. Mass of the body. Moment of inertia is equal to mr square. So unit kg into meter square. Dimensional formula m, kg indicate with m, length indicate with meter, and t indicated with second. While we write dimensional formula, we follow this. If unit is kg, indicated with m, unit is meter, indicated with L, unit is second, indicated with T. Okay, so kg, m, L square, T power G. Moment of inertia is equal to mr square. Next, for system of n particles, I is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square plus and so on mn rn square. I is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square plus and so on n rn square. This is called moment of inertia. Next, radius of gyration. So next important topic is radius of gyration. Radius of gyration. It is defined as distance from. It is defined as it is defined as distance from distance of a particle from axis of rotation to the point at which the total mass of the body concentrated at particular point. Radius of gyration K is equal to I is equal to mk square, k square is equal to root I by m. Okay, so unit. So I is indicated with the kg into meter square by kg square root, we got here meter. So meter is a unit of radius of gyration. mk's unit of radius of gyration is a meter. Next, dimensional formula. Dimensional formula is m power 1, m power 0, L power 1, T power 0. Right, dimensional formula we got m power 0, L power 1, T power 0. This is a dimensional formula. So next, right, now we discuss two important theorems. One is parallel axis theorem. Two is perpendicular axis theorem, parallel axis theorem and perpendicular axis theorem. So one, parallel axis theorem. parallel access theorem. Here the moment of inertia about an axis, moment of inertia about an axis is equal to algebraic sum of moment of inertia about an axis. Here the moment of inertia about an axis is equal to algebraic sum of moment of inertia about an axis passing through center of mass, passing through center of mass and product of its mass and square of the distance between two parallel axes. So let us consider a rigid body. Okay, rigid body. Here is a, so one is passing through center of mass. Moment of inertia of center of mass. This axis is moment of inertia passing through x-axis. This is passing through x-axis. Distance between these two axes is r. Okay, mass of this particle is m. Okay, so from this Ix is equal to moment of inertia about an axis, x-axis is equal to moment of inertia about an axis passing through center of mass plus square of the distance between them. Mass into square of the distance between them. Ix is equal to ICM plus mr square. This is parallel access theorem. This is very, very important theorem. Based upon this theorem, we solved numericals. So please follow this theorem carefully. Now, right. Perpendicular axis theorem. Let us consider rectangular lamina. Let us consider a rigid or lamina, rigid body or lamina. Let us consider rectangular body or a lamina. The moment of inertia about the moment of inertia about an axis perpendicular to plane, perpendicular to lamina or a rigid perpendicular to lamina or rigid body is equal to algebraic sum of moment of inertia about two perpendicular axes theorem, two perpendicular axes, algebraic sum of moment of inertia about two perpendicular axes like x and y axis. So please observe carefully, very simple this theorem. Let us consider rigid body. I will consider rigid body here. So this is a rigid body I consider. Let us consider rigid body or lamina. The moment of inertia about an axis perpendicular to its lamina. This is an axis I consider. This is another axis I consider. This is another axis. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. This I consider as z-axis. So this three axes here, three axes are starts from same point. Iz is equal to Ix Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. This is a perpendicular axis theorem. So if you consider an axis which is perpendicular to moment of inertia of an axis which is perpendicular to plane is equal to sum of the remaining perpendicular two axes Ix and Iy. This is called perpendicular axis theorem. I hope you all are understood this lecture. If you will get any doubt regarding this lecture, feel free to mention in comment box. Thank you for watching my lectures. Thank you for encouraging me. Thank you so much.